Hello and welcome to another edition of Conspirator Brock's Pull List. This is my pull list for the week of February 8th, 2017. So let's get right into it. First up we have Action Comics number 973. We start the mild-mannered story arc. Action Comics has been really good. And it looks like we're going to be seeing who this Clark Kent is. So really curious to see what happens there. Next up we have All-Star Batman number 7. This is Ends of the Earth. This one is a story with Poison Ivy in it, so I've been enjoying the All-Star books. The Romita Jr. art was rough on that first story arc with Two-Face. The Jacques art was really great with issue 6, so I'm looking forward to seeing how it progresses with the next issue. Next up we have an anniversary issue, and that's Detective Comics number 950. It's oversized, and it's only $1 more, so that's always good. League of Shadows epilogue is what we're starting now. Detective has just been a phenomenal book. I highly recommend it. Trade should be coming out soon, or if it's not already out. But you should definitely get on Detective. It is a good stuff. Next up we have Divinity 3, Shadow Man, and the Battle of New Stalingrad. The Divinity 3 stuff's been really good. I've been really enjoying it. The main title and then the one-shots have been really cool. Next up we have Earth 2 Society number 21. Keep wondering when this book is going to end, and it hasn't ended yet, so I'm going to keep going with it, but hopefully it's done soon. Next up we have East of West number 31, Hickman's book. Just been reading it since the beginning. Okay stuff. I enjoy it, but I think it's definitely something that going back and reading in trade might give a little bit more, because single issue and the delays with it have caused it to be a little lost sometimes catching up. Next up we have The Flash number 16. We are continuing the Rogues Reloaded story arc. The first 2 issues of Rogues Reloaded have been really good, and I'm curious to see where it goes. Next up we have Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps, Quest for Hope Part 1. Looks like we're going to be searching for Saint Walker, so good to see Saint Walker's going to be hopefully back in it. He's disappeared for a while, but I've always loved Saint Walker. Next up we have Justice League of America Rebirth number 1. This is the Rebirth issue for the new Justice League of America team. Consists of Batman, Killer Frost, Lobo, Adam, Ray, Vixen, and who the heck is some other person? I don't remember. So curious to see how that one pans out. Next up we have Ninjak number 24, The 7 Blades of Master Dark is the story arc that's going on now. Ninjak has just been a really good title from Valiant, and I've enjoyed it the whole run so far. Definitely something if you're curious. Definitely one of those Valiant books I would recommend picking up. Next up we have Red Hood and the Outlaws number 7, and the story arc is How Do You Solve a Problem Like Bizarro? Long title for it, but curious to see what's in store. Red Hood and the Outlaws has been okay, but curious to see where it goes from here. Next up we have Scooby Apocalypse number 10. Scooby Apocalypse has just been really fun. Scooby Apocalypse post-apocalyptic book, and it's a good read every month. So yeah, can't wait to see what issue 10 has in store. Next up is a rough book to look at, but that's going to be Suicide Squad number 11, Burning Down the House Part 1. If you put John Romita Jr. artwork on a book, it's a good chance you're trying to burn the fucking house down. They're still continuing the 2 parts, or the 2 stories in the issue, so there's going to be the one story drawn by Romita Jr., and then there's going to be the backup story. Luckily it's only a 2-part thing with Romita Jr. artwork, so fingers crossed I can get through it. Next up we have Superwoman number 7. Been enjoying Superwoman overall. Really like the whole mental health thing that she's suffering from with anxiety and panic attacks. So it's really nice to see a character having to deal with a very realistic mental health issue. Next up we have Titans number 8, Made in Manhattan in part 1. We'll see. Titans is okay. I'm mainly picking it because Wally West is interesting, and the ties to the Watchmen stuff has been dabbled in some of the issues. So we shall see if, yeah. And last but not least, we have Wonder Woman number 16. This is Godwatch Part 1. So this is the stuff in the past. Rucka is still continuing the present story arc and the past story arc. Overall, Wonder Woman has been a great, great read. I highly, highly recommend it, and you should check it out. I think the first trade is out. I'm not sure exactly what it collects. I'm not sure if they're doing one trade is one story and then the other trade is another story, so I'm not sure how that goes. I didn't actually look at it yet. But yeah, good stuff. Picked up some variants this week. There was a couple that I was like, oop, nope, don't want that. And then there was a couple I picked up and then put back. So you're not going to see those. First up for the variants, we have... we have 973, the Gary Frank variant right there. Awesome stuff. Of course, All-Star Batman had 2 variants that I went ahead and snagged up right there. Detective Comics, of course, had Azrael for his, so I'm curious to see if Azrael makes an appearance. Sorry for the yawning, I'm very tired. Of course, Justice League of America Rebirth had the Otley cover there. That was kind of fun. Red Hood and the Outlaws, of course, had a Gillian March cover, so I was like, I'll pick it up. It's not his best work, but, again, like it. Definitely the variant for Suicide Squad is much better than the John Romita Jr. cover, even though I will admit the inker has done a decent job. Titans has their variant, which is more in line with the Made in Manhattan story arc title. And of course, Wonder Woman has the wonderful variant there that Wonder Woman's been having. I did pick up a hardcover this week that's out, and that is Star Wars Darth Vader Volume 2. This collects the remaining Darth Vader book. It also includes Vader Down as well as the Star Wars issues with Vader Down. So if you want a really nice collection of Vader, pick up Volume 1 and Volume 2. That's all you got to do. This is actually a reasonably priced hardcover. It's only $40. So, yeah, definitely glad to add that to my collection. All right. Oh, hey, I'm back. That's it for the pull list. Let's move on to the read list. First up, we have Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows number 4. It's been a fun read so far. I'm going to keep going with it, but overall I'm not sure if I'm going to continue with it, but we shall see. Next up is Inhumans vs. X-Men number 4. Coming out at the same time, Justice League vs. Suicide Squad, and Justice League vs. Suicide Squad is already done and finished and moving onward. It's really tough to read a versus book from Marvel that is still going. These versus books I really feel should be contained in less time, but we'll see. Oh, sorry. Next up we have Jessica Jones number 5. First 4 issues were interesting. I still need to read the Alias stuff. I haven't actually gotten a chance to, but it's on the list. Next up we have Brian Azzarello and Edward Rizzo's Moonshine number 5. I think I'm probably going to be done with this series for now with this issue. It's okay. It hasn't really grabbed me like a lot of Azzarello and Rizzo stuff has in the past. Next up we have Star Wars Dr. Aphra number 4. It's been a really, really fun read, looking into some more, or getting in more information, more story about Dr. Aphra. Sorry. I'll explain why I'm yawning in a minute. So yeah, but good stuff. And finally, on the read list, we have The Unworthy Thor number 4. Jason Aaron's been doing an amazing job with The Mighty Thor and The Unworthy Thor. If you have not yet checked that out, I highly recommend you do. So part of the reason I'm yawning and tired is I gave blood today. The school I work at has a blood drive, and I try and participate in it as much as possible. And since I haven't been getting tattooed, I can do that. But I learned today that I can actually get tattooed and still give blood as long as it is in California at a licensed tattoo shop with the state. So yeah, so that's some good news there. But I do the blood platelets where they take it and then take out the blood platelets and then return stuff to you. But it does tend to make you a little bit like really tired at the end of the day. So yeah, if you can, I highly recommend giving blood. It is a great thing to do, and it can help so many people in so many ways. And it's, you know, just something you can do to help others out. So yeah, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. As usual, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you're picking up, what you're dropping, what you don't like, and ask me questions if you feel the need to. You can follow me on Twitter. My handle is @BrockSager. We just finished recording episode 296 of the Comic Conspiracy podcast. It's almost 2 hours long. That's another reason why I'm tired today. And you can check that out. There's a link in the description down below, or you can go to www.geekbox.com, or no, sorry, .net, geekbox.net, and find us there. If you want to help me and my fellow conspirators out, you can help us through Patreon at www.patreon.com/comicconspiracy. And for as little as $1 a month, you help us with hosting fees and getting food and being able to get some product so that we can have stuff to be knowledgeable about all this comic book stuff. To all our Patreon bankers, thank you. We do appreciate it. What you give goes a long way, and we may have a new tier on our backing thing, so check out to see if that works. But if you do donate, you do get some exclusives like our Bryce Brieflies, as well as the Roundup, which is a podcast by my fellow conspirators, Charlie, West, and Toby. They do a general TV kind of talk called the Roundup, so you can only get it there at Patreon. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm dead tired, and I need to get some sleep. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next week.